And there's no script in coaching.
No.
And so for the parents who are coming into this training, we're not giving them a script.
No.
But we're giving them a mindset that's going to have them feel open, relaxed and mindful to be able to have different conversations. We're going to help them understand their brain and the brain of the child, and they're completely different. And then we're going to give them a toolkit that says, oh, that tool could be useful in this conversation.
Yeah.
So it's definitely not scripted, and yet the parents will get skills and tools that they can bring into their everyday conversations with the child. I don't imagine these parents, particularly of younger children, where they can sit for 30 minutes or an hour with their child and coach them.
I can't do that with my kids, and they're like 13, 11.
Exactly. Whereas maybe for adult children, where my children are at now in their lives, they absolutely love the coaching conversation, and they ask for the coaching conversation.
So they'll actually come and say...
Yeah, absolutely.
And so do you define it? Do you say,
Yes.
do you want me to coach you, or do you want me to be a parent?
Yes. And often they ask for the coaching, and if I move into parenting, they don't like it.
Oh, right.
They like the coaching, because the coaching isn't telling. The coaching has a real openness and empowerment about it, because I'm curious about their thinking, their decision, and what are they motivated to take on. Whereas if I'm in a parent conversation, there's definitely that agenda that I'm feeling for them. I've got that empathy, and I'm feeling, and it's driving the conversation and the decision that I want them to make.
Yeah, right.
Whereas when I move into coach, and I like the coach idea, that they get to choose. They are looking for insight. They're looking for their own awareness, and they'll be motivated to take their own action.
I love how they come up and ask you to do that. I'd love my kids to do that. Oh, Mum, I want a coaching conversation about whatever.
And I think as they get older, they do ask as they get older, because they're wanting to do their own thinking. Now, at first, because we're talking about this in training parents to coach, what we do is inject a few more questions to create awareness for our children, but not a whole 30-minute or an hour conversation, because it's quite challenging for someone to experience that coaching approach and do all their own thinking. Whereas if we start to ask questions occasionally of our children rather than telling them, and interrupt our way of being or our conversation to ask questions, rather than 30 minutes or an hour of questions, because it's too challenging. But some more questions injected can be really useful for them to develop their own ability to think. And they do love the listening, the presence of coaching. They love the listening of coaching, because you're totally there for them. That's being that mindful parent. So how do we be there for them? How do we listen for them? And the other piece of coaching is about acknowledging. It's a strength-based approach. So we are wanting to support our children's strengths, to help them identify their strengths and support it, and feed that back to them, so they own their own uniqueness. Because what can happen is traditionally teaching or parenting can come across as a criticism, because we thought in years gone by, we thought that criticism would mould behaviour and help people become who, and the neuroscience now saying that criticism absolutely doesn't support empowerment, development, growth. And what it is now is to acknowledge strengths. Yes, challenge children on their behaviour, challenge each other, challenge ourselves on our behaviour, but to have a look at what are our strengths and how are we using them, and to ensure that we bring that to the world from a really positive place, because positive psychology is definitely making a big difference in workplace culture, workplace coaching, and parenting.
Yeah, I quite like, because my kids are younger, I love the tools that I can apply to parenting. I was just thinking how when I was deciding with my eldest, with Aidan, whether he was going to go, what high school he was going to go to. And I remember stepping back as a parent and started to look at him and think, okay, what way can I support him now? And sort of really took my hands off the steering wheel in a way and just said, okay. And eventually he decided he wanted a school that I didn't think that he would go to. And he loves it. And it's so, but I do remember really quite almost physically feeling like I was surrendering and thinking, part of me was going, "Well, you're the parent. Shouldn't it be that I decide this is how it has to be?" And then in not doing that and letting him do his, I just think, oh, wow, this is a great journey he's gone on. He's loving it.
Yes.
And that's empowering for me as well, to look at him and think, wow, if I look at that situation, he's learnt to make a decision, to analyse it, to decide, and I've supported it. So that's great. Like even if that's the lesson.
Absolutely. And then he's lived his decision and it's worked for him.
Yeah.
And if he lived his decision and it hadn't worked for him, then you reassess it.
Reassess it.
Okay, well, you chose this. It's not working for you.
Yeah.
What do you want now?
Yeah, that's right.
But the key is the process, as you just acknowledged, and the other is that being a mindful parent, you trusted him.
Yeah, yeah.
You saw his potential at being able to make his own decisions.
Yeah. Yeah,
and that's what we're wanting to do, because eventually they leave home and have to make their own decisions. Do we trust them to be able to do that? And when can they start making decisions? And that was a significant decision for him at 12. And there are other smaller decisions that they can make when they're younger around their choices.
Yeah, yeah.